Hi everyone in YouTube, this is your girl Evita aka La Vita Loca, and this is a haul video about some products that I picked up at the drugstore. So Target, another little kind of funky makeup store we have in the mall over here in Chula Vista, and I think that's it. Yes, no, Rite Aid. I have some products that I got at Rite Aid, so let me get started on that. Okay, so the first place I guess I want to talk about is, and Sally's. Sally's. So yeah, so since I'm singing about Sally's, let me talk about the ones I got from Sally's. They had a sale on their nail polishes. It was buy two, get one free. So I picked up two polishes, some finger paint polishes. So I got this one called Tangerine Tint. It's a really pretty flat kind of a orange color. I really like this. It's a very pretty finish. It's a nice paint. I also got a very pretty nude that I'm like in love with. It's called Putty in My Hands, and I love this color. It looks so chic. It just has a very chic kind of fashionable kind of look to it. I don't know. I like nude nails as much as I love, as you can see, my nails are all crazy colored, but when I painted this nude polish on my nails, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. So this is a really nice color. And then I got this color called Signed in Wine, and as you can see, it's red. And when I saw it in the store and I saw the name of the color, I was like, Signed in Wine is kind of weird, you know, because it really doesn't look like a wine red. But this is the weirdest color, one of the weirdest colors I've ever had, because when I go outside, if I have this painted on my nails and I go outside, and I love pretty red polishes because they're just classic. And when I painted this on my hands, when I was outside, I was like, oh yeah, this is the color. It's gorgeous. But when I got in my house, it looked so ugly. Like it just looked like this, like it really looked like a wine red, but like a brown. I don't know. It was just not cute. But when I was outside, when I'm outside in the sunlight and stuff, it looks really pretty. So this is a weird color. And so I'm not sure how I feel about this one, but I picked those three up with that sale. And so that's what I got at Sally's. At Rite Aid, the Rite Aid by my house is closing. And so they were having like 50% off cosmetics and stuff like that. And so I replaced my Revlon Color Stay foundation, which I really don't need to talk about because I've talked about it so much before. And then I got a couple of polishes. And I got something else like a lip gloss, but that was not so unimpressive that I'm not really going to talk about it. But, so I got this polish, the Insta Dry. And I love these Insta Dry polishes because let me open it up real quick. First of all, the brush is just the bomb. It's so wide and kind of flat. Let's see that. Whoop. It's a very, these brushes are just like, I don't know if you can really see it on camera, you know, maybe if I put it up a little bit more, but they're really, really wide and flat, so they paint really nicely. And I love this color because it's a very Pepto-Bismol pink, and it's this color right here on my nails. They dry really quickly. They're very durable. All the nails on my hand are like chipped, except for this one, so that has this polish. And so they dry really quickly. They paint very well. And they have the greatest brushes, and I really like this. The color is Presto Pink, and I got it like for like $2 or something like that because they were having that 50% off sale because they were closing. And then I got this Revlon Top Speed polish in Fire, and it's just a red. It's okay. This is it right here. It's just a regular red, nothing special, nothing fancy. So that's that for Rite Aid. Now, from the little store, I have a little store in the mall called Fresa, and they sell a lot of NYX products, like a ton of NYX products. And then they have some other brands. So I picked up some things from NYX. I got this for Your Eyes Only palette, and it's for brown eyes. This is the box. It kind of looks like that, and it says for brown eyes. And so I picked this up. This is what it looks like. And then let me open that up and then show you the actual polishes, the actual shadows themselves. There they are, and it has a sponge stick applicator. I like it that it has a really big mirror. It has a huge mirror. So that's cool. But these shadows, I don't like them at all. They're super soft. First of all, it smells weird. And they're really, really soft. Like, they're super, super soft. And they just look cheap to me. So none of them are matte. They're all shimmers. And I'm just not a fan of this. But I was able to create a really pretty purple eye out of this. And so I'm going to, I used, what colors did I use? I used this color right here in the corner, and then this one down here, which is kind of like a darker purple, and a couple other colors in here. And so I'm going to do like a prom video using only drugstore products. And I'll be using this palette. So, but my opinion of this palette as a whole is it's just really not that great. I don't really like it that much. So, and I have some NYX shadows that I love, but the ones that are in there, I'm just not feeling them. I also got this glitter on the go. The color is Mayan Gold, and this is it right here, and it's really pretty gold. It kind of has like some multicolored shimmer, multicolored like a reflex, I guess, multicolored iridescence, whatever. I don't know. And I really like this glitter. The only thing is it's a little scratchy because it's kind of chunky. It's not like the reflex, the MAC pigments, the reflex ones where they're super fine and you can like barely feel them. This one, you can feel the scratchiness of it. It's definitely a very chunky kind of glitter, but the reason why I got it is because I want to do a look based on Amber from Sucker Punch, and so she had a really glittery eye in one of her makeup looks, and so I picked this one up because this was perfect for it, and I'm still playing around with it. I'll probably be posting that as soon as I can, but I just put a little bit of it in my hand so you can kind of see what it looks like. I'm actually put a lot. I didn't mean to put that much, but see, there it is right there. Let me see if I can get that up to the camera, and you can kind of see that it kind of is very multicolored, but it's very scratchy. So it's a very chunky glitter, super scratchy, but it sticks. Like, this is with no base, no nothing, and I'm blowing it and it's not going anywhere. So, but I did pick up some of that Sally Hansen like glue. I think it's like $1, and it's supposed to be glitter glue, and you're supposed to use it to glue on like you know, use it for like your eyeshadow stuff. You want to use glitter and stuff. So I did pick up some of that just to be on the safe side. It's all over my hands. Anyways, so the next thing that I picked up, I'm going to talk about some stuff that I got at Target. I picked up the Revlon Photo Ready Foundation because I was so in love with the Revlon Color Stay that I really wanted to see what this one was all about. And I wish I would have brought my Color Stay over here so I could do like a side-by-side comparison. But when I picked up this foundation, I was like, oh my gosh, this foundation looks super red. Like, it just looks so much redder than my other foundation. And that's one of the problems that I have with foundations for African American skin, is they just look, sometimes they just make my face look like a brick because they're just so red. And so I wasn't really feeling this, but I was like, you know what, I want to give this a shot. And so I opened up the foundation, Taboo, I know, and kind of put it on my hand. And when I first put it on my hand, I was like, oh no, yeah, like, no way. But I walked around the store for a little bit and, you know, just kept kind of looking back at my hand and seeing what kind of happens as it, you know, hit the air and kind of dried and set and everything like that. And I thought it looked really nice. So I was like, okay, like, yeah, I'm definitely going to pick this up. And I've used it maybe 3 times. And I got to say that I'm just really not that impressed with this stuff. I don't know, like, it just did not make the impression on me that the Revlon Color Stay did. And I'm sure it's possible that that's because I haven't used it enough, because like I said, I only used it 3 times. But I remember the very first time I put on the Revlon Color Stay, and I was just like, whoa, like, I was blown away by how good it looked. And this just didn't do that for me. And when it broke down on my skin, when my oils kind of see through and it broke down on my skin, I mean, it was a greasy mess. Like, seriously, it just looked so greasy, and I just did not like the way it looked at all when it broke down on my skin. So like I said, I'm not ready to just completely write this off yet. I mean, I am going to try to use it and see, because I think when I used it, I didn't use a skin primer underneath, so I'm going to try to see maybe it looks better with a skin primer or maybe a different powder, you know, I don't know. But this did not leave the impression on me that the Revlon Color Stay did. So that's my 2 cents on that. Next is I got some Essie polishes. I picked up the Grow Stronger base coat. I also picked up the No Chips Ahead top coat. And then the 2 colors that I've gotten were Over the Edge, which is a really pretty slate gray. It's kind of shimmery. And Sweet Talker, which is this really pretty kind of light blue. So, and I'm going to kind of go off a little bit here, a little tangent here, take a little side road. I used to watch all these beauty guru channels, and a lot of them would talk about the packaging, and they would say, oh, you know, this is really pretty and the packaging is really nice. Or they'd say, oh, it's really pretty but the packaging isn't that great. And, you know, I remember when the Wonder Woman collection came out, a lot of the beauty gurus were talking about how the packaging looked really cheap, and, you know, I thought it looks so cheap and whatever. And I used to always be like, who gives a flip? Like, if the, you know, the product on the inside is good, you know, who cares about the packaging? As long as it's, you know, conducive to protecting what's inside of it. I mean, who cares if it's like ugly? But I must say that these polishes, something about the bottle just gets on my nerves because it's just so parochial to me. Like, you know, it just does not look like, if I would have just judged these polishes on just the bottle alone, I probably would totally skip past them, because I'm just kind of a person, I like kind of flash in the pan. So I don't know, like, I just, the bottle does, I mean, it's growing on me, but I remember just being like, I just cannot stand these bottles. Like, they're just so like blah. But But anyways, let me talk about the actual polishes themselves. That was just a side note. The top coat is just a top coat. Don't really notice anything special about it, truth be told. And I think I'm just, for me, to be honest, I think it's just either it's my painting technique or my roughness, but my nails just chip. So I think, I don't know what I can use. Teflon, I don't know. Keep my nail polish from chipping. But I really like this stuff because I have super thin, flimsy nails. And especially because I was kind of growing out, I had acrylics, and so I was kind of growing that part out where they had like filed it down and made them all thin and stuff. And this stuff really makes my nails feel like they're a lot stronger. So I love this stuff. This polish is gorgeous. I like this because it's kind of black but not quite. And so I really like this polish. It's very pretty. And I like the way it paints and stuff like that. Like, I don't have any complaints about this one. This one is also a pretty color, but the formula on this polish, it's super thick. Like, it just painted on almost kind of, I don't know what it reminds me of. But it paints on really thick. It takes a little getting used to it to kind of work with it. It almost paints like the polish is old. Like, that's what kind of reminds me. It almost paints like the polish is old. It's really thick, and I don't know. Like, I don't like the way this one paints on, but it's a pretty color, and so if you can get past that, it's really nice. And so I believe that is everything that I want to talk about in this video. I have another video that I'm going to do strictly on Milani products. I picked up a few Milani products recently, and so I really want to do a video about those because that brand of makeup has actually really surprised me. Because I've never bought anything by Milani, you know, and they got some nice stuff. So I'm going to be talking about that in the next video probably, or a video soon. And I also have a video that I want to do about some bright lips, and I have a couple of tutorials coming up whenever I decide to stop being a lazy butt and get on my grind. But I've been slacking on my Mac, and time to get it cracking. So at any rate, I think that's it. That's everything I wanted to talk about, and I'm tired as all get out. So me and my husband were kind of hanging out today, and I'm super sleepy, and I have some place to go later. And so I need to go get ready, but I hope you liked that. I hope that was helpful, and I hope I gave you some ideas of some things to pick up. And like I always say, if you guys have a product that I talked about and you love it or hate it, you know, I'd love to know how you feel about it. And if you purchased something that I told you about and you loved it, please tell me, because that makes me feel so good when I hear that, you know, somebody went out and bought something that I recommended and, you know, they just could not get enough of it. I always feel so good and so fulfilled when I hear that. So please let me know if you purchased anything that I've talked about and you really liked it. And as always, stay fabulous and stay tuned. Subscribe. I hope you guys have a great week, and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed shooting it. So I will see you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.